Hey everybody, Tia here at B5 Designs. Welcome to my channel. Got a little bit of a different setup here today because I have a bit of a mess going on. I am just on to show you what I made for my grandson who is into bats. That's his favorite animal since they went to the zoo. Or since we went to the zoo, they went to the zoo, whatever. Somebody went to the zoo. They went to the zoo. And so for his birthday cake, I didn't want it to look Halloweenish. So I ordered the cake. It's going to have white frosting and then blue trim with black sprinkles. I know that sounds kind of weird. And then it's going to have a Batastic third birthday, Miles. And then it's going to have these dimensional shaker bats that I made. So let's get started with what I used. So I used 110 pound cardstock. This is just a scrap piece, so it's kind of janky. And I used this textured and glittery, shiny Martha Stewart paper that I picked up on clearance a couple of years ago at Michael's, and that is what the back of the bat is. And then I used silver glitter paper out of this Recollections 6x6 pack that I picked up. I had to run to Michael's and pick it up, and I was so afraid I wouldn't have enough, so I picked up 2 packs. But I used a piece of the silver, and I used some of the black. So I'll put that over there. And I haven't done my Michael's haul, but you'll be seeing that paper pad in that. And then I used some of these for the shaker bits. I have no idea where I got these from, but these are just the little bottles that I got at Michael's. So there's different size. There's seed beads, and then there's just little round shaker beads. And I think I actually got them from somebody on Instagram, the little round ones, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I also used a little bit of every one of these sequins. I think they're sequins. Shaker bits is what I call them. I've had these for a really long time, but there's brown and black and white and gold and silver and a lighter kind of gold, and then like a brownish gold. It's not a rose gold, but I used a little bit of every one of those. Whoops. Should not shake it unless it's closed. And then on one of them, I used this Recollections Stickles. And it just says, oh, I'm sorry. This is Dove Craft Glitter Glue in silver. I thought it was Recollections, but it's Dove Craft. So I have no idea where I got that from. I have a ton of stickles, and I'm trying to use things that I have. If I don't have something and I really, really need it, then I will go buy it. But I say this, but you know. And then I used this Recollections bat die. So you see it comes, there's 3 pieces. So the back or the base of this little guy is in this paper, and then the rest of them is in golds and blacks. But I was going to make it out of foam to make it a shaker. Well, I ran into a couple of problems. I could not get the foam to cut, and I was not in the mood to mess with it. So, and I usually use, what is it? I want to say it's the 5 mil, but I'm not sure. The really thick stuff. And that's what I usually use. Usually don't have any problems with it. It would not cut all the way through, and I was just getting frustrated. I didn't feel good, and so on and so forth. So I ended up cutting and stacking like, I don't know, 10 or 12 of these bad boys, and take that times 3 because I made 3 of these. So here is what will be the main one, and you can see the shakers in there and see how thick that is. There is, you can kind of see the glue, but it for the most part dried clear. And then I did silver around the outside, and then I took the wing part of it, and that's where I used the stickles, just to give it dimension. And then I had some black glitter stickles that I put in the middle, and I didn't like it, so I scraped it off. And so then I was like, well, I don't know, do I want to do all of them the same way? Do I want to do some of them different? I just wasn't sure. I know my grandson is probably going to take these off and play with them, which is fine. He can do whatever he wants with them. And then, so that'll be in the middle, and it will go up on skewers like this. I think I'm just going to tape them to the back with some washi tape, because it's going to be like cupcake toppers. And I originally was, when I thought I was going to do foam, I was just going to stick it through here, but that wasn't going to work. Now this is a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I wish it wasn't, but it is. And then on each side will be one like this. Now I have the third one is drying, because I basically did one a night, because this baby's thick, let me tell you. And I wanted to make sure everything was really super dry. Now you can see the shaker bits. You can definitely hear them. And I'm sure that that's not going to be what he notices anyway. So, anyway, these will be stacked up, and I just wanted to share a video with you guys, because when tomorrow gets here, which is when the birthday party is, I have to run and get the cake, and then this stuff won't go on the cake until we get to the house. But I have some other things I want to do, but I have all of his gifts wrapped, and this is pretty much ready to go. Whoa, sorry about that. So I was super excited that I've been trying to craft a little bit every night, but have not been feeling well. I've been struggling for, I'd say, about 2-3 weeks. But that will be in another video, because I finally got some test results back, and a little bit of I did get some answers, and a treatment plan. So that is great news. So I will talk about that in another video, but in the meantime, I wanted to share what I actually crafted. So if I always take pictures of the birthday cake, but I don't know how to add pictures to the video. So if I can figure that out, or if I can have my husband do it, I will add a picture. But anyway, I wanted to come on and share that with you. I'm really excited. I really, really like this. I really like this. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick this one. I just didn't want his cake to look Halloween-y, so I tried to stay away from like orange. I didn't do purple because that's his brother's favorite color. He's only 3. He doesn't know what a favorite color is. His mom asked him, and he didn't answer. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with this. I would have done black piping around. I would have had him do black piping around the cake, but that wasn't offered. I don't know why, but Anyway, so that's it, you guys. I hope you like what I made and it gives you some inspiration. Let me tell you, if I can make a shaker, anybody can make a shaker. The only other problem I had was cutting the acetate. I could not get the right sandwich for it. I thought I had it written down, and so I cut this. I ran it through my Empress, and I even tried using my Big Shot. Couldn't get it to cut. I think I got one to cut, and then I went to do it a second time, same sandwich, everything, and it wouldn't cut. So I don't know. I think it might be an issue with the die. Maybe I need to run some wax paper through it or whatever. But I couldn't get a sandwich that worked. And now I think I know what I used before. But I thought I wrote it down, and I might have wrote it down in my direction book and just couldn't find it. So yeah, I hand cut the die. I ran it through so you get like a trace of it, and then I cut it. So yeah, there's ways around it. There's ways around it. Like I said, I tried to use different smaller foam, and that didn't work for me because it squished it and stretched it out too much. So that yeah, I tried to use the 2 mil when the 3 mil or 4 mil or whatever mil. This is what I normally use, this thickness. I'm dropping things all over the place. I would love to do a craft with me, but when I craft, it's like it'd be a comedy show, plus there's a few not very nice words sometimes said. So anyway, guys, I hope you like what I made, and if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Please give me a thumbs up. It helps get me into the algorithm of YouTube. I am really pushing hard for 1,000 subscribers, and I am currently at 945. So share this video, tell your friends, like it, subscribe, all the things. I appreciate every one of you, and I will see you in my next crafty video. Bye.